Hi guys, it's KK from learnwithkk.com, where you can learn English, especially spoken English. And today I want to talk about a topic that is how to be more confident in your interviews. And in this video, I want to share with you 5 things that I have to help you to be more confident in your upcoming interviews. And the reason why I make this topic because I have many friends and many students. They always said to me that when they go into an interview room, they feel extremely nervous. They are super intimidated. Kind of, you feel like there's multiple sets of eyes on you, even if it's just one person. And when question are asked of you because you're so nervous, and you feel you start rambling or you completely draw blank, your mind shut down, totally empty, and you don't know what to say. So here are 5 things you should keep in your mind before going an interview in order to maximize your confidence. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Is your value. Yes, first one is remember your value. It is really important because knowing your value is one part of having a strong personal brand. So ask yourself and remind yourself that why did they invite you to this interview in the first place? It's because you have the right technical expertise, or you have the good experience, or you have the potential that they need to help their organization in these particular positions. And when you can remember your value, it really helps you to boost your confidence. And if not, then ask yourself some questions such as what have I contributed to other organizations in the past, or what have I done to improve a situation in the past that I can apply or that I can contribute and repeat in these new opportunities. Okay, think of all the positive things that you've done before. That's really help you to build the concepts around your self-worth in your value, and that you can give them what they need. Okay, so that's all. That's the first one. Remember your value. Okay, and let's move on to the number 2. And the number 2 is use the power of persuasions. And it means that to be a truly ideal candidate for a new job opportunity, or to get a promotion, or to get a salary bump in the corporate world, you need to know first of all what it is that you want, but more importantly, that you need to know how to convince or persuade in order to help you get what you want. That doesn't mean like being manipulative or sleazy and slimy or bribing people to get what you want. It's just about being the power of persuasion and influence, and being able to influence the person across the table from you, and you are exactly what it is that they need to hire. And the basic of the building blocks of persuasion are context and timing. Okay, you would never approach the same hiring managers in the middle of the groceries and ask them to hire you on the spot, right? You would never try to convince them and in that situation, right? Yes, because it's the wrong context and the wrong timing. In the context of the interview, the hiring managers are only wants you to persuade them, and they are very very persuadable. So I would say that's the perfect environment for you to convince, to influence, and show off your ability to convince them that you are the right fit, the right person for them. Yes, so overall, don't forget to persuade them. Okay, and to be effectively persuade them, that leads me to the number 3. That is frame every answer appropriately. Yes, and the number three means when answering the interview questions, you don't want to dive into the meat of the answer right away. Instead, you want to take a step back, set it up, frame it, and it's just like you are developing a skeleton before you add on the meat. And this is particularly applicable for behavioral questions where the interviewer is expecting you to tell them an entire story about a situation or a conflict that you have to overcome and how you handled it. And if you don't deliver the story in the right way by framing it or setting it up properly from the beginning, then your point isn't going to come across the way that you want, and it won't come across as very convincing. Okay, so for example, that when the interviewer asks you a question like, tell me about a situation, a difficult situation, and how you handle it, a lot of people get very superficial. They kind of just rush a broom facts, and they just jump right into it. This is how I resolve it, and what that does is it lacks of the feelings and the emotion from the detail that you could deliver to that you could provide it to the interviewer to really engage them. They don't feel compelled and convinced that the situation were really a big problem when you just kind of brush through it and get to the end. So instead of doing that, when the interviewer asks you questions like, tell me about official situations and how you handled it, you should describe the difficult situation itself and get into the detail, paint a picture, talk about the emotion that you experienced, the thought process was going on in your mind, and then when you have painted that and set it up well, whatever process that you went to resolve the situations is going to look amazing because you already did a good job in engaging and pulling in the interviewer into your work, into your story. Okay, and that leads me to the number four, that is always have extra story in your back pocket. Yes, the worst situation is going into an interview unprepared and not having predicted the question and answer to what you could be asked. It's so important that you have multiple story and examples and accomplishments that you can leverage or pull out of your back pocket. Okay, and there's always a new question being asked of you, so you don't want to have the same simple story because is because you're not going to get very far in the interview process. Okay, so I would say maybe bucket your answer according to the category. So it could be you have a story, an example for to demonstrate your technical expertise, and you have another one to demonstrate your leadership, or and you have the other one to demonstrate your strong communication skill. Yes, however way you want to organize them, just make sure that you have at least 3 or 4 example or stories. And the finally one, the fifth one, is visualize and energize. Visualizing means that for the days and nights leading up to the actual day of your interview, you want to take some time out of your day, even if just 5 minutes. Close your eyes and visualize your interview going well. See yourself getting along with the interviewer, being able to seamlessly answer their questions and developing a really strong rapport with them. You see them nodding, you see them wanting to get to know you even more, really engaged, and you see yourself going even over the interview time, which is always a good sign, and that's what a lot is for you. And athletes, yes, athletes do this all the time. They do this before a big game so that they can see themselves winning, and it creates the self-belief that is going to happen. And what that does is it creates the energy and the momentum for you to that you are going to do well. And when you have the spirit, the energy and the momentum really for you, yes, and there should be nothing holding you back. And sometimes it's straightforward, just giving a direct eye contact, leaning in when they lean in, mimicking their body language, just giving that sense that you are genuinely actively listening to what they say, and you just want to you really engage in the conversations, and you truly want to get to know them. Okay, so that's it. That's my 5 tips on how you to be more confident in your interview. Okay, and if you are in that situation, I hope this video will help you maximize your and boost your confidence before going into an interview. Okay, and for anyone who wants uh, to improve and who wants to speak English fluently and easily, please feel free to contact me through my Facebook, or you can head on my website learnwithkk.com. I have all the information on that, and please fill in the information form uh, so that you can leave your information and I can contact to you and figure it out if we can work together or not. Okay, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye, thanks for watching.